for the
He
keeping?
says, I am authorized to offer up to 100 gold pieces.
No, I said 250.
He says, yes, and I'm authorized to offer up to 100.
We will take 200 from you.
He says, that's good. However, I'm authorized to give you 100 gold pieces.
100 is perfect.
Perhaps I could offer a compromise.
Oh.
I have heard that the Platinum Reclamation is into branding. Perhaps you might enjoy some of our fine Pharasman quality magical items at a 10% discount.
Oh.
Those might come in handy.
Discount?
100 gold and the discount?
That seems reasonable. I could offer a discount on one item. Then he flips around a piece of paper that's already had all of that filled out already. He didn't even have to ink anything in. He says, just sign here.
I will get sure.
Sounds like a fair offer.
Veni will put a V there.
All right. He says, excellent, excellent. Is there anything in particular you're looking at before you head to our gift shop?
Not currently.
Maybe we keep it for something we need later.
Exactly.
He says, are you sure? I'm pretty sure we have a nice golem manual somewhere back there. Maybe a scroll of Finger of Death. And you adventurers are crazy. Who knows what it is you're going to get.
Exactly. We may just save it. For that big ticket item we need.
He says, huh, okay, well. He fills out a receipt for you guys to gain 100 gold pieces and a separate receipt authorizing you to draw one item from the, Pharasman gift shop at 10% discounted rate.
Sweet.
I assume we have to go to the gift shop as we leave.
Yeah.
No, so when I say gift shop, it's basically like where they do all their magic item purchases. It's not you go to the mausoleum and there's a gift shop on the way out. That would be kind of cruel. It's still a functioning mausoleum.
It's not,
It's a mausoleum, not a museum.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, he is like, well, the Inquisition thanks you for your work uncovering these historical documents. Just make sure to have them couriered over to us. And
certainly.
We'll get to work right away. I don't suppose you found any evidence of Pharasma worship in Akentepe's past.
There were signs of Pharasman worship in his tomb.
And his face kind of lights up, and he's like, oh, really? And he pulls his notebook back out and starts writing. He's like, tell me more.
Well, Veni will whip out the Pharasman holy symbol. He'll be like, we found this?
He's like, I'm afraid I need to confiscate that real quick. Please just hand that over.
I'll hand it over.
Okay.
There were also signs of worship of the old gods as well.
And as you might expect, his face goes kind of blank at the mention of that. And he's still analyzing that holy symbol, and he's like making a tracing of it. He's like, it is interesting here how the structure has changed over the last several thousand years. When
he looks askance at the mention of the old gods, I will pop it out of my pocket and say, there, he simply does not understand.
In front of
your puppet looks like Anubis, right?
Yeah.
He's like,
oh god,
get that trash out of here.
Now.
He doesn't mean it like that, Puppet, and I put
worship of Anubis is heresy.
Now. There's no need for that.
I put it back in my pocket after telling the Puppet that he didn't mean to be so cruel.
He's like, yes, I think it would be wise for you to send a courier with the information. No need to return here. I have your next assignment. And so, I need you guys to make a perception check real quick.
Mm.
Ooh. I did not drag that one out. Oh,
How do you pronounce your last name there, Veni?
oh, well,
Julapesci?
Julapesci.
Jula Pesci?
Yeah.
Look at these rolls. Look at these rolls.
It is
Oh
fantastic.
yeah.
Okay, so the
12.
audience sees it, but not you guys. Like, we zoom in slow motion. He's, like, picking up 2 documents, and then, like, he's palming one of them down. And on it is, like, your real assignment, and, like, he's giving you, like, a punitive assignment.
Uh-oh.
He's giving you, like, the shitty one. He's like, yes, we have this here for you. The House of Pantheru. What a great honor.
Oh.
And sense motive?
Sure.
Nah.
Yeah, you get the idea that he is not pleased to hear that not only did you bring back information about the old gods being in Akentepe's house, but you have an old gods worshiper among you.
We just bring back the truth.
Are you saying that to him? I mean, he hasn't said anything. You're just reading that from his reaction.
No, I'm not.
Okay, all right. So you've been assigned to the House of Pantheru. It's a second-story site, a walled mansion belonging to minor nobility.
Oh, there it is.
It's
Number
even
10.
there on the map.
It is number 10. Right there.
Do-do-do-do-do. Look, you don't even have to walk as far to get there.
That's pretty sweet. We could be there by lunchtime. Except that we gotta eat lunch.
I love the idea that you're afraid to go back to your hotel and eat lunch.
It's not so much that we're afraid, but we're looking for other lodgings.
Mhm.
The
There's only
grandma
one other inn in town.
there.
I mean, you could try to, like, live with a family or something, but... So, he, you know, hands you the authorization to enter the House of Pantheru and to be on the Necropolis grounds.
Alright.
And we take it.
Okay.
I'm going to make a note of his suspicious behavior for next time.
Okay.
Veni's gonna
I
ask
love
him.
the idea that you're making a note of his suspicious behavior. The camera rotates to show him making a note of your actual suspicious behavior. It's like underneath the Inquisition's heresy notes. It's like, yeah, this paladin seems to be actively working with worshippers of Anubis. Very questionable life choices. Perhaps a candidate for scourging in the future.
Scourging.
Let's see how long it takes them into the future, and then they might actually have a legitimate reason.
Veni will say, "Can you tell us anything about this place?"
Wait. I love the idea of like a shitty Star Wars Episode 3 lava fight where it's like it's Charles with a lightsaber and it's the Inquisitor with the lightsaber. He's like, "We had a legitimate grievance," and you're like, "But I have the higher ground."
The force is the force is weak in you, young one.
Oh man, sorry. What was your question, Betty? I was just overcome with the image in my brain of.
Look, you've already given me the perfect token.
Dark Inquisitor and
Dark Paladin.
the Dark Paladin.
He just wants to know if this guy knows anything about this place.
He says, "Well, if I knew anything about it, we wouldn't be sending you there to find more information, would we? As I mentioned before, we believe it belonged to some minor members of the nobility. Like most minor Osirian nobles, he owns a section of farmland and was responsible for administration, but he was during the Kelishite period where the sultans ruled Assyria for a time, so many records were lost.
Okay. Be ready to go.
All right.
We've lost our paladin. But, nevertheless, we should be prepared for more traps after the last one. We never
I am prepared.
for anything.
You know, you should be prepared for the chance of a lifetime. Be prepared for the murkiest plan.
Mm.
Well, since we all failed our sense motive checks, this seems like the opportunity, like a big deal opportunity for us. So,
Okay. All right. Well, let's. Are you doing anything before you go to the House of Pantheru?
Veni's ready.
yeah, we spent several days in town.
Sure you don't want to go back and get some more kale?
I think we're good on kale
Froyo.
at this point.
What about Froyo?
Froyo.
Oh, so Froyo is good for you guys, just not, you know.
Well, it is the desert.
Okay. All right, just doing some token setup here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's okay if we don't encounter any tokens.
You're going to encounter nothing but tokens. Oh, so my cat's back again.
Of course she is.
Uh-oh.
This is unbelievable.
What is it?
On cue. Revenge of the cat.
Boom. Got her. Great honor. Okay. Now I have to hold the shift key and click at the same time while holding a cat. Look at this manual dexterity right there. Whee! We're the best, cat. We're the best ever.
Wow. Where the heck are we?
Did you find yourselves yet?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
it's centered on us.
It wasn't for me. I had to find us, but I found us now.
I always just zoom right out.
All right.
Ah.
Sandstone walls 10 feet high enclose this estate, affording those who once lived inside some privacy. A second-story stone house is visible beyond the walls, adjoining the rear wall of the property. In the center of the estate's southern wall stands a pair of tarnished bronze gates hanging partially open. A pair of statues flank the gates. Dusty hieroglyphs are carved into the wall eye level to the left of the gate. The hieroglyphs read, in ancient Osirian, House of Pantheru. The statues depict two men with regal bearing and dressed in loose, short robes in traditional ancient Osiriani headcloths. I make a perception check.
Let's see if I can get above a 6.
Meow meow. Meow meow.
Nope.
Meow meow.
Not really.
Meow meow.
Meow
Closer.
mix.
Meow 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 meow.
And you now owe them money.
Nope. Obviously, tonight is sponsored by Disney and Marvel's Avengers. Because we've done nothing but spend 20 minutes talking about them.
Yeah. Talk more about Avengers than Mummy's Mask.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, tonight's episode has been completely derailed by the Avengers and the cat, to be honest. Oh, Jim, look at you using my Nightbot commands.
It's almost like I wanted to test how long we've been talking about Avengers versus.
Apparently 1 hour and 16 minutes. Okay. You look closely at the gates. You do notice the gates are partially open and seem to have been broken open long ago.
Uh, I'm assuming the gates are here.
Directly in front of Charles and Vinny.
Yeah, so here-ish. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. So it's a 10-foot high wall, you said?
Yep.
I
The
guess
gates
Benny is gonna check it out.
What
Might as well
is
get
partially
it
into.
checking out exactly?
Did
Well,
my
he's gonna start
21
walking in.
perception do anything?
Yeah, you noticed that the gates were broken open.
Oh. I'll walk
Start
in.
walking in, yeah.
Just walking in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See here. Oops.
That is legitimately the best I could perceive, so I feel safe.
Okay. As soon as you walk in, I need everybody to make a perception check.
Oh no. Oh, see? Yeah, it has the opposite result. Eventually I will succeed, see? Yeah. That's the ticket.
Ash
There
will
we go.
continue to roll 1 and see nothing.
Okay. Roll for
Hmm.
initiative.
Oh, great. Great.
Initiatize me, Captain.
I'm not gonna use that armor ability. That's pretty sweet. I gotta remember that that's there, though.
I apparently forgot to click on my token first.
Damn.
What are we missing?
deeper.
The brute.
Yeah, he got a 10, but he wasn't.
He did not has his token selected.
I see.
That's
Benny.
why mine's token action.
You
Yes.
hear the sounds of an angry mob in the distance.
Okay. The distance in what, like out back the way we came?
Yep.
I will try
Are they yelling
to...
about platinum reclamation?
I assume it's just noise. Can I move up to the wall and try to make a stealth check?
Sure. Which wall are you moving to?
Right here.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I would do. Stealth. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You think you're pretty stealth. I mean, obviously, from anyone that can see you, you're not very stealth. But if someone was approaching from the outside, you'd be okay. Who here speaks ancient Osiriani?
I do.
Anybody else? Okay, the rest
No,
of you
just
hear
current
some. You
Australia.
hear a woman's voice calling out like, "Ishak, Ishak nan tarafane," and Ash, you're the only one who understands. You hear someone saying, "Hold, hold the gates! Don't let them inside the compound."
That was ancient Osiriani, not regular Osiriani.
That was ancient Osiriani.
Someone is coming.
Ash
I think we're
and
intruders.
Charles, I need you both to make will saves versus a fear spell.
Oh. Esh and Charles.
You're immune to fear now, Charles?
I honestly don't remember, and Hero Lab was being a pain. I was trying to update it.
That's why you don't use Hero Lab. Sorry. It looks like Aura of Courage kicks in at 3rd level.
Yeah, so no.
Okay.
But my save will be 1 higher.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
All right. So here's what happens.
I take a nap.
You immediately are filled with a powerful fear as the gates that are right there begin shaking under unknown blows. Let's see here, Sir Charles. See how long this lasts. Do.
What is this? Some kind of haunt?
All right. Of course it's a haunt. Oh, fuck. Well.
4 rounds.
Yep. All right, let's see what direction you run in. You go left for 3 rounds. All right.
Through those doors?
I'm going through
Control
doors.
of your character for a little while here.
Well, should only be till I'm out of sight of said haunt, but
We'll see.
The haunt is the doors, so you're gonna be
is
running
it the
for
gate or the
doors
You turn
these?
on
in this
dynamic
area right here. This area.
Okay.
So you walk here, you open the door, round 2, you run out here, you're like, no, not that. You run up here. What are the rest of you doing while Charles, like, literally freaks the fuck out?
Just
Uh,
go after him?
Did you turn dynamic lighting off?
No, it should be on. However, it's only on for the bottom half of the map.
Oh, this is actually lit up
Yeah, it
here?
should be lit.
Okay.
I think I
Can you
lit it
see?
with magical suns. You guys can see, right?
That's why I wondered what, because yes, we can see the whole room.
Oh, yes, it's certainly on.
It's outside in the daytime.
So what are the rest of you doing while
And
Charles freaks
Charles runs in, I step to here and go, Sir Charles, what are you doing?
Yeah,
We're
we
not
gotta
supposed
follow.
to do that. And then a round later, he doesn't come back.
And I just continue running and screaming my head off.
Yep. Okay. Well, if everyone's where they think they'd be at, let me describe the area Charles has run into. The western end of the estate forms an L-shaped yard, mostly given to sand, sun-dried earth, and the ancient husks of dead trees. Stone benches line the walls of the yard, and a large tiled pool sits in the southwest corner, dried and partially filled with sand. A short flight of steps between a pair of pillars to a set of stone doors is on the west side of the house. At the north end of the yard sits a squat stone building with columns at every corner. Charles, you're running towards this columnated building in the northwest corner when out of the dead husks in the pool pops a creature that immediately tries to eat you.
Ugh.
I dislike the Brave Sir Robin reference at my expense.
Man.
There we go. Now it's
Ah.
the right size.
It's huge.
'Tis huge.
It's huge.
So, like, all of the sand and, like, husks of dead creatures are all pushed away by this thing, like, rising up from the sands around Sir Charles, who is finally done running away. Deproot.
Holy crap.
Is that Deproot's actual response?
Yes.
Is it because he sees all his tree brethren all decayed and
Yeah,
rotted?
there are a number of decayed trees here. So after doing Deproot, you're like doing the Deproot lumbering charge into the lumbering charge. Get it? Into
Yeah.
the room.
But
Drawing his club,
Okay.
and he's gonna try to stay out of reach.
Well, this thing has a
to
20-foot
provoke.
reach.
Okay. So probably just there then.
Yep, that's as far as you can get.
And that's it.
All right, Charles.
Wow.
This thing has surfaced next to you and is ready to kick some ass.
well, I draw my weapon and shield, and I smack,
Okay, let's see here. 20.
cleaving for the mandibles.
Yeah, I mean, you hit.
Attempting to eliminate a mandible or two.
Veni.
I can see that, right? It's gigantic. So
It's gigantic. It's actually leaning over top of the structure. So there's the 2-story building right next to it, and it's like
Tall.
over top of the outside wall, like brushing up against the top of the building.
I guess I could try to shoot at it with my new short bow.
Okay. Pretty sweet bow, bro.
Yeah. It wasn't masterwork, it was just composite. Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And sneak attack, too?
Nope. You're
Nope.
outside of 30
Oh.
feet.
Yeah,
not
that's
stealth.
right. That's right, I left the cover. That would be this, then.
Okay. You know, you hit it in some vulnerable location. Esh.
Ah!
What are you doing?
I am going to move to behind Deep Root, and then after shrieking shrilly about how it is scary, I am going to cast Mage Armor.
Okay. Dang. Oh, it's got all kinds of targets. I think it's going to try to cut Charles's escape off.
But only one who has smashed it in the face.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely attacking you, but it's trying to cut you off.
Who said I was trying to run away?
Oh.
Doesn't matter. He's still trying to cut you off.
Oh.
What's your AC?
18.
All right, that's a 27, so I'm thinking that definitely hits.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Can you make a fort save versus poison? As it bites you with its enormous mandibles and then injects something into your bloodstream? Nope, you definitely get that injection right in the bloodstreamy. You take 15 points of damage.
That definitely hurts.
And you take the following. 1 point of dexterity damage.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Well, about time Veni was hitting the road.
Wow, Veni, really? Turning away already?
Hey, man. I've been poisoned before, alright?
Goodness. Dirt. Can't see it on camera, but it's covered in cat hair.
So after seeing that violent thrashing
Yep.
of Charles,
Yep.
I'm just going to take a 5-foot step there,
Understood.
and that's it.
I am still standing.
So that's
Yeah.
your whole turn is just 5-foot step?
Yep.
Okay, alright. I love the idea of approaching super slowly from behind. Alright, Charles.
So,
make
you
a
guys
fort
know what,
save.
you know what time it is, right?
Yeah, it's time for you to make a fort save versus poison.
I was going to say it's Timmy time.
It's
But-
Timmy time.
But
Alright, you
nothing
take
happened.
another 3 dex damage.
Oh.
Making you immensely easier to hit.
Yow!
What's your
I
dex
really-
score at right now?
I really hate how that works, because honestly, that shouldn't hit till its turn, because that's, 12 seconds, and I get hit with the second dose?
I know, but it happens at the beginning of your turn.
Then one of them needs to drop. Either the one that I failed initially, or this one.
No, you get an initial injection of poison, right? And then you have the 6 times. So there's 1. This is number 2, and it starts at the beginning of all of your turns. Right?
Without looking at what the poison is, sure. So I'm at 8.
Oh.
It should say in its stat block.
Yeah, it applies once around. Right?
I don't know. I don't have a stat block.
Yeah, no, it applies once around, but I think it happens on your turn. It happens when you get hit, and then every time your turn comes up.
Only if it has continuing damage. But anyways.
It does, because it's once around. Right? Am I wrong about this, guys?
I don't know. I'm not pulling up the monster to go look.
Did you rip the head off of my pirate costume?